welcome to D20 Deathmatch! Welcome to D20 Deathmatch. We have got a fantastic show lined up for you today. I don't think you're ready for it. You might be ready for it. I don't think that you're ready for it. I could be wrong. But we'll find out in just a moment. All right, we find ourselves once again in the halls of Lucius Skypiercer, the Grandmaster. This time, as we enter the Dread Fortress, things are looking a little more festive. There's tinsel hung now and blinking lights and ornaments from all different regions of all the different realms. Things are just smelling a little bit more like cinnamon at this point. And as we make our way into the throne room, Lucius Skypiercer is surrounded by goblins hanging things all across this throne room, and we walk in, and Lucius Skypiercer is directing the goblins where to go and where to place these objects.
A little bit more to the left. No, to the right. More to the right. Up. And they're hanging a giant wreath sprinkled with red berries all around. Come on now. Get this just a little higher. And you see goblin stacked on top of goblin on stacked on top of goblin, just trying to raise up this giant wreath as they teeter one way and another, trying to balance themselves. Arbiter, perfect. Grab some of the lights to string up over there. We have to get this done in time.
Grandmaster, yeah. 1 second. He's going to mage hand and start lifting a bunch of lights with his mage hands and directing them around Fantasia style.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's no problem. It's easy. You can't trust a goblin in these kind of matters. They have no interior decorating skills.
Don't say that to them. Well, she's going to cover one of the goblin's ears as best she can, but obviously goblin ears are much larger than her hands. It's not like she has monster hands. And she'll cover their poor little ears. They're trying their hardest, okay? You're doing a great job. And she's going to scuttle one off. Now go hang over those lights on that mantle over there. Good.
As you look over, there's a series of goblins climbing a ladder they're trying to put the star on a tree, and the entire ladder falls over, and the goblins with it. The entire tree crashes down. It's just kind of a shit show.
Oh, now we have to start over again. Richard! And a small little goblin in a Santa hat comes out. Bring us 2 hot cocos. Do you want a candy cane in yours, Arbiter?
Yeah, yes, and maybe a little schnapps. No, you're
Fireball.
right. You're right. I'm working.
Fireball. Add a little more cinnamon, not sweeter.
I'm on the
job. That's what you want. Get him one with Fireball in it. There. Good. Bring that over. Well, what is it that you want? I'm assuming you didn't come out to help with the festivities and decorations.
As much as I'd like to, Grandmaster, I had more pressing matters, including today's deathmatch.
Oh, the deathmatch! Oh my gosh, I forgot. We have to get ready for the deathmatch. And she'll snap her fingers, and all the goblins will begin to assemble in front of her. And what you thought were just like a couple here or there, you realize maybe because they're just so fast-moving, there's a lot more, and near 40 goblins assemble in front of Lucius Skypiercer. We have but mere minutes before our champions are before us, and I want this hall finished. Get going! And they will begin to scramble around, and she'll turn back to the Arbiter. So, tell me, where did you find these 2 champions?
Well, I was at the mall, and I was going to sit on Santa's lap. But then, they were in line. These guys were in line, and we just got hitting it off. And I said, "Hey, would you like to fight to the death?" And they said yes. And so we took a picture with Santa together. It was pretty nice. And he shows you a large photo that he bought. It's like the 5x8 print of the 3 of them sitting on the Santa's lap together.
Oh, well, listen, that darling. Tell me, dear Arbiter, what is it that you've asked Santa for Christmas?
I just really, really want to see someone die today.
We think alike. And as you say that, quickly the goblins now line up again in front of you because the hallway is now done. The tree fully lit, popcorn stringed all around, cranberries decorating up and down. Every single window has a giant wreath hanging from it, garland wrapped around the bands of the barristers that go around. Is it not beautiful, Arbiter? Truly the holiday spirit. I mean, a few candles would be helpful. It may be a feast, but...
Well, Grandmaster, I did prepare a feast today. Well, you'll see. You'll see. But don't you... This is a little early. Do you feel like we're a little early? It's A season, right?
Well, I mean, I just wanted to decorate.
It's fair enough.
Listen, no. Lucia Skypiercer will celebrate whatever holiday that she wants. After this, we'll start celebrating Halloween. I don't care. We'll go back to it. We'll switch it up. We'll celebrate Boxing Day. I have no idea how to celebrate Boxing Day, but we'll figure out how to celebrate Boxing Day. I would actually like to celebrate Canada's Thanksgiving. That should be fun, right?
Yeah, I think we can make that happen. I don't see why not.
We can celebrate that. Yeah.
We've always been friendly to the Canadians, I think.
We have. I like them for the most part.
If anybody has supported the Canadians through the years, it's been us.
Yes.
We've had a lot of maple syrup.
Except for Caroline. Caroline's a bit of a dick.
Well, you can't win them all.
Yeah, she's the one Canadian I don't like. But the rest are all fantastic.
I think we're getting sidetracked here. Maybe we should introduce the champions. Maybe you'd like to meet them?
Yes. Bring me these champions who sat beside you on Santa's lap.
All right. Coming in on the left knee, I introduce to you Potato! And on Santa's right knee, you know him. You love him. Dinkledink rules ass! Potato, you are in the halls of Lucia Skypiercer. Present yourself to the Grandmaster.
Hi. I'm Potato? What am I doing here?
We talked about this. We had a whole conversation on Santa's lap.
Can I go see Santa again? I want to be there instead.
This is awkward. Moving on, Dinkledink! Present yourself to the Grandmaster.
Dinkledink rules ass! I was promised candy canes. Where are the candy canes? You Chris Angel lookalike. Give it to me.
Soon enough, my friend, you will have all the candy canes that you can fill your face with.
Okay.
Dear Arbiter, these two champions that you have brought me are unusual. Potato, please tell me you've got a little bit of a crunch to you. More of a French fry than a mashed, will you be?
I'm Potato.
Speak up, Potato. You're in the halls of Lucia Skypiercer.
I'm so I just do what I'm told. Yes. I don't want to die. I'll try my best.
There's the spirit.
That's
Richard,
it.
she'll point to that goblin again. Bring him also a hot cocoa. I think he needs it.
He could really use one. He's seeming. I don't know what happened. He was so talkative at the mall.
Maybe you need to promise him Santa or presents.
Would you like a present?
I can get a present? I've never had one of those before.
If you win this death match, I will give you the best present you've ever had.
Yes.
Well, it'd be the only
I've had a
present you've
lot.
ever had, so it'll probably be the best.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, set the bar low. Perfect. Dingle dink rules ass. Do we have to go with the full name, or is rules ass or dingle dink or ding? Do you have a preference?
Thing.
Is rules ass hyphenated? Is it all one word?
I roll it. Dinkledink rules ass.
Right. Well, Grandmaster.
Are you
it's-
smiling?
This is
Is
my
that
face.
more teeth?
This is my face.
I don't like him.
I like curly fries.
Well, Grandmaster, the mall was so different, but then again, I was drunk earlier at the mall, so maybe I misjudged.
You
No,
want to be
no.
invested afterwards.
Honestly, these are 2 wild cards, and I don't think you could have picked a better selection. Forget the bravado we've seen before. This craze is truly something that's going to bring something different out on my field tonight. I approve greatly of this, dear Arbiter. Thank you for bringing me these 2 oddlings. If you will, Arbiter, will you take us to our map?
Yes, Grandmaster. I told you that I had prepared a feast for you. So so feast your eyes upon this as he opens a portal to our death match for today. And as you walk through, you just get the waft of turkey and gingerbread and other sweet delectables on this giant table.
Oh, Arbiter, have you outdone yourself tonight? This is fantastic. Dear, dear little champions, and I call you little for good reason. It seems we have been shrunken to size upon our dining table. Look around you and find yourself among many sweets. Hopefully you yourself not among them. Or perhaps you will show off your darling sweet personalities. Either way, know that this arena is yours to play with. I know Mother said never to play with your food, but she is not here.
Do I get to eat?
You
Oh,
certainly
darling, have you
could
not
try
had
to.
food today? You can. If you can stomach what it brings you, you can try.
All right.
Be safe out there. This food is delicious, but it is also sticky and dangerous in different ways now due to your size. And the Grandmaster's wings will open, and as she kind of flies up, you follow her gaze as she looks up towards the sky, and already the acolytes all surround you in their stadium seats. And just as the feast lays before your feet, they too have delicious foods that they are munching on. Dear acolytes, tell me, what food have you brought to today's potluck? I assume everyone brought some because if you didn't bring your own food, you don't get to eat the feast. So dear acolytes, please tell me somebody brought some delicious food. Obviously, a green bean casserole has to be on the list. It's not a potluck if somebody doesn't bring a green bean casserole. And cannibalism is not on the docket tonight. Maybe it is. I don't know. Because I can't predict any
I
of
don't
that.
think we should rule it out.
We shouldn't rule it out. We shouldn't rule it out. I see plenty of hot dogs. I think it's a pie. Beer. Bring the beer. Tamales. Bring the tamales. Eggnog with the brandy kicker. These are the foods that I desire. Potato waffles. Oh my, I'm sorry, potato. That's not you. That's not you. Or is it?
Different kind of potato, I think. I hope.
Dinkledink is all on board with this. Teeth ready at the action. Is that a severe underbite or overbite? I can't remember which one's which. Both. He has both.
At the same time.
Chicken and cheese toasties, dumplings, popcorn, cheese. Just cheese. Aw, the green bean casserole is the best part. Bring the pork belly. Your feast is what we shall begin with. Dear acolytes, I thank you for your delicious food. And I beg of you, our champions, give us a dinner and a show. And with that, she will rise to her final seat next to Doug the Pug. Arbiter, get them situated.
All right, very well, Grandmaster. I need both of you, champions, to roll me a 1d4. Dinkledink rules ass with a 3. Be at the bottom right-hand side of Foundry.
In Foundry. Oh my gosh, dear Arbiter. Have I been blind this entire time? But we have already summoned 2 chaotic events from our acolytes.
We have Grandmaster. We got caught up in the festivities and forgot to notice that the acolytes have been very generous tonight and are demanding chaos. Champions, roll me one more D4.
So we shall have them both.
All right, Dink, you find yourself 20 feet up, standing on the rim of this ice cream cup. 20 feet above the table. You find yourself, Potato, 10 feet up, standing on the first tier of this cake in the top corner of our map. You can look across and see each other's eyes as you're standing upon these treats. Your feet sinking into the icing and the chocolate. Dink, you're getting a kind of a chill a little bit from the ice cream behind you as it kind of wafts a cold breeze past you. All right, very well, champions. Now that you're in place, I need you both to roll initiative. Go to that fist icon.
Ooh.
A 22 for Dink. A 22 for Potato.
Already head to head. Who will fight for that lead?
I think it rolled advantage the first time.
Oh, it did roll?
It did, yeah.
Okay,
So tied 22. Which of you has the higher dexterity modifier?
+3.
+3, Potato.
Plus 5.
+5. Potato, you will be the first to act in our death match tonight.
And after this first round, we will summon our chaotic event. So, choose your positioning carefully because things will get shaken up very quickly.
Can I hide behind the little berries right there?
You want to take the hide action?
Just I want to kind of just duck down slightly, and I'm gonna pull out my rifle.
Okay, yeah, you are ducked down behind these berries. You can get half cover behind these berries. They are large enough.
I'm gonna take aim and fire my rifle at Dingle.
All right.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Shooting your rifle, 18 to hit. I don't think that hits Dink. Oh, it does. It does hit Dink.
Ah! The sound of pain. Ah!
For 9 piercing damage. Grandmaster, I was starting to think that he was gonna let us down, but he brought a gun
To a cake fight.
to a cake fight, to any kind of fight.
You know what? He came prepared. I appreciate this, but I don't think I'd rule out Dink yet. They both knew this was a fight, and I'm sure he's not holding back either.
Don't hurt me. I want to win. I don't like dying. Can I use my bonus action to reload?
Absolutely, you may.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can I take aim for the little wafer thing above him and try to shoot it and see if I can make it fall on him?
Yeah.
You absolutely may. Take your aim. The Arbiter has an AC in mind. That 27 will hit it.
It will definitely hit.
Your shot rings out from your pistol, your rifle, as it goes straight across, straight into that wafer. 13 points of damage. Dink in his confidence looks above him, and suddenly this wafer, this beautiful chocolate wafer, begins to crack and dash across in those lines, and the peanuts sprinkled in begin to waver back and forth, tempting to see which direction will they flow, but instead, because of the weight of it is on one side, suddenly Dink That chocolate and peanut that looked high above you now suddenly becomes a lot closer as it crashes down towards your head. You will need to make a dex saving throw, lest this chocolate wafer crushes you. You will take half damage from this chocolate wafer and peanuts. This will be bludgeoning damage. You will take 3 points of damage. And you find yourself now in a crumble of chocolate and peanuts all around you.
Can't. I'd like to use my movement just to lay down on the ground.
Okay, you want to lay prone.
I want to try to be absorbed into this frosting and just kind of hide.
Okay, you're gonna lay
As much as I
down
can.
in the frosting.
Yes.
Make me a dexterity saving throw. As you're able to lay down in the frosting, but it's a little bit more viscous than you had initially prepared, and you are gonna get sucked down into that. It's gonna take half your movement to get out of that. You're gonna have to spend half your movement to get out of that frosting as you kind of get sucked in a little too far. You're almost worried that you're not gonna stop sinking.
Quicksand! Pull yourself up, potato!
The only thing that saves you is that chocolate. As your body heat melts, it begins to harden again. It just kind of stiffens up and like you stop sinking for a second, but you're definitely kind of stuck in this chocolate. It's gonna take you some effort to get out of it.
Can I lick my hand? The chocolate?
You want to lick your hand?
The chocolate off my hand?
Okay, fair
Never
enough.
had something so sweet.
Is he complimenting himself and saying he tastes so sweet?
I think he's talking about the chocolate, but I mean, who really knows? I don't really know. In any case, Dinkledink, you've taken the brunt of this first attack, but now it is your turn to deal some damage.
Dinkle ass! And I reach down and I put some of the ice cream across my face. Kind of like it's like blood. And what you don't realize, it has a normally long tongue, and I lick some of it off. Kind of like, you know, when you see those cows, those videos that their tongue kind of helicopters?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that.
100%.
Yep.
We all know what you're talking about.
You have a helicoptering tongue.
Yep. It gets people going.
Certainly
How
does.
high am I up?
You are 20 feet up
From the
table.
right?
From the table.
All right, I'm gonna hop down.
Okay. Hopping down your 20 feet. That's a pretty big jump. Give me a dexterity save.
Let's see if your ankles hold up at this.
Okay, it's not graceful, but you jump down without any sort of ill effects.
I'm gonna. How much is that movement? You said 20 feet.
That is 20 feet up. I'm not gonna let that won't take any of your movement because you just fell straight down.
Okay.
And he's up 10 feet, so you would have to. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna move. So if I go, that's 40 feet. Is that still up? If I go right there, that's up 10 feet though.
Yeah. If you were to, so I think if you were to go 30 feet, you'd get to the cake, and then you could go 10 feet like up here on the. You could get to like the other side of the berries, like here.
Like go like right there.
Yeah. You could make that. Although, roll me an athletics check to see how that climbing that cake goes for you.
Yes. Tell us, how are you climbing into this cake?
It is so. Yeah, it's just those little short, stubby claws, and you just hear the. It's kind of his little ones on his toes. And you just hear the.
Son of a mashed potato tots, Griffiths,
Every kind of fry you can think of.
sweet potato fries, wedges.
Just climbing up, almost like a badger.
Patcher. Perfect.
Athletics. $13 total.
Yeah, you're gonna make your way up. You're gonna slide a little bit in this. That grip is gonna kind of catch you for a hot second because this cake has one of those thick layers of fondue on the icing. So catching in on that first glass, you're just still gonna catch a good chunk of fondue that slides down. So you realize you're gonna have to dig your grimy little paws in even deeper within this cake to be able to get up. So you are at least wrist deep into each of these cake pieces as you climb your way up, digging in. Though, since you have to reach the cake, you do discover that it is strawberry flavored on the inside.
The most dangerous of flavors. You don't realize Dinkledink's allergic.
Are you? Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you're a little.
Dinkledink rules ass and strawberries.
You're a little itchy, but no worse for the wear.
He's gonna like take his paws to his head.
Dinkledink rules ass.
And with that, he's gonna rage.
Ooh,
All right.
getting angry.
Bonus action rage.
And we'll take out one of my hand axe,
Yep.
and I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah, get after it.
And let's see here. Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Dirty 20, I think, hits. Wait, it just hits. So that is a glancing blow, dealing half damage.
I feel like that's way too much. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you rolled your battle axe.
Oh, I put battle axes and not hand axes. That's my fault. Hold on.
You're throwing 2 battle axes.
Just launching battle axes.
All right, just get the throwing axe and just roll the damage for it. Boom, boom, boom. You're kind of sunk into this icing, and it's a pretty easy shot for him. You're kind of obscured by the berries and the chocolate, but it's not that difficult of a shot as he's just throwing it down right at you.
All right, here comes the actual.
Okay.
There we go.
8 points of slashing damage.
Cut in half, so 4.
Right half, yes.
When Dinkledink kills you, he's gonna find your mother, take her out to a nice fried fish dinner, never call her again.
What? I don't even know my mother.
He'll find her. Don't you worry.
You're gonna meet your
Can't-
mom and your new stepdad at the same time.
I have a family now?
Just a few minutes.
Oh, perfect. Dinkledink, do you have any other actions for your turn?
No.
Very good. And I would like to address a non-mistake that I have made. It is a fondue cake. I'm just gonna lean into it. Not everyone makes the right kind of cakes. This is certainly not one of them, but it is now officially a strawberry cake covered in fondue.
Fondue, not fondant?
I'm leading into it. I said fondue already. I'm just gonna own it. I'm not saying it's good, but it is what it is.
It's a bold choice. The bakers are getting a little bit kind of ambitious with their creations in the Dread
They've
Fortress.
never actually heard of a real cheesecake before, and they misunderstood what a cheesecake is. So they took a cake and they poured cheese over it. I think it works. Don't get mad at the chefs. These goblins haven't had a chance to go have a real cheesecake before in their life, and they tried their hardest. You better thank Richard and the rest of the goblin chefs back there for trying their hardest.
Well, I mean, they poured cheese on a cake, on a strawberry cake, and then poured chocolate on top of that, and then put
Yes.
fruit on it?
Well, it's got a little of everything. They've seen pictures.
In what
They
world
just don't
is
have
that something
Pinterest where
people
they can
do?
look up a recipe, okay? We don't exactly have great internet access down here.
Fair enough. Anything else for your turn? Dingle Dink rules ass.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. So that begins our 2 chaos events. Because we have 2, I will, 11, noted, dear Arbiter, have each of our champions give me a D20 roll, please. Let us see what chaos you will bring upon us. A 16 for our first, and a 3 for our second. Ah, perfect! For our very first one, I'm so glad to see that this has happened. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. The Grandmaster turns up to the spectators. You remember that food you brought? Well, it is time for a food fight! And you, dear spectators, you begin to throw all the food that you have brought onto this table, back and forth, trying to hit our champions. Dear champions, you will need to make a dex saving throw, lest you be smashed in the face by whatever food, cake that I see. What other things are you throwing at us, dear acolytes, from the stands? Hot dogs! Hot dogs rain from the sky! Ooh.
Some Doritos.
I see a 21. Some potatoes, some actual potatoes.
More me?
Your very distant potato cousins are raining from
my
the
family?
sky. Yes. A 21 and a 19 will both save, so you will take half damage as Doritos stinky cheese hot soup rains down from above. A waterfall of hot soup just splatters across, and as it hits the table, it kind of sizzles a little bit. Clearly fresh from boiling hot. Even pierogies and dog treats. Doug gets really excited. Doug gets very, very excited. So on and so forth. So, because of this, each of you will take half damage from these items that fall from the sky onto the table. You will each take 4 points of food damage. It's our own different type.
Dingle Dink is raging, taking half of that.
Yes. 2 for Dingle Dink. 4 for Potato. Perhaps some of that might be a little bit of mental damage as you see your own potatoes raining down amongst you. And even greater than this, dear Arbiter, I need you to throw something quite grand on the table as well. What food do you throw at them?
Oh, Grandmaster, I've got the perfect thing. And he reaches into a small sack that he was brought with him. For some reason, pulls out an entire stuffed turkey that he had and yeets the entire turkey at them.
This gigantic turkey begins to fall from the sky, and what starts as a mere shadow quickly covers the entire table in darkness as it begins to its descent towards you all. You will once again make a dex saving throw as our second chaotic event hurtles toward you.
Nat 20!
Dingle Dink with the nat 20 will take no damage. Potato, you will also save as this giant turkey begins its descent and lands hard, both of you rolling out to the side amongst and digging into the icing of this fondue cake. This turkey lands with a thud, and because it wasn't cooked very well, it's a bit rubbery and bounces right off, but it leaves its mark, and this table begins to crack. A giant crack now jags its way across, leaving itself down into a deep chasm below. This table is massive and high. You know that if you were to fall down this crack of a table, you will not probably be able to get back up. That is the danger of the roasted turkey. Good choice, Arbiter. Good choice. I see you didn't cook it well, so that was really interesting.
It was, well, I was going to cook it later. It's one of those that's like pre-cooked. It's cooked halfway. You take it home. You cook it the rest of the way.
Oh, of course.
You know, I was saving it for after, but I thought, you know, maybe it'd be funnier to throw it.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, it's the standard process of cooking something halfway and then not finishing it. Good choice.
Yeah. That's how you buy it. They cook it halfway and then you take it home.
Not a foodborne illness waiting to happen at all.
Listen, I'm not a turkey monger, so I don't understand these things, but I just buy it.
Clearly. Well, good enough. And I see already our dear acolytes have already triggered a third chaotic event, which we will begin at the end of the second round. Yes. Does that work for you, dear Arbiter?
This is your show. I'm just here to please you.
Good, then make the second round begin so we can have our next chaotic event. Oh, and may I remind our dear champions, because it turns out the acolytes love you both dearly. Your hero points are full. You may beg and plead to do something greater. Think of it as an energy drink that will give you the strength to go above and beyond should the time call. Use it wisely. Make sure you still use it. And with that, we will begin round 2.
All right. Round 2. Potato.
So I'm still stuck.
You're still stuck. It's going to take half your movement to get out of that chocolate. If you want to get out of it.
Pry myself out of this chocolate, and I want to run over to my stepdad. I want to jump on his back and have him protect me from this. I don't like this.
Oh.
Ep12.
All right. So
Dinkledink, are you going to resist this jump on you?
Daddy, please.
Are you trying to grapple?
I'm gonna hip toss him.
You're gonna hip toss him.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do an athletics roll off. So if you win and you get the higher number potato, you will grapple Dinkledink. Dinkledink, if you roll higher, Potato will grab onto you, but you will be able to hip thrust him away and off this cake. A mere 5 feet, but it will be enough.
I meant hip toss. It's more of like a grab and like roll, just like a
Okay.
like take him to the ground kind of thing.
All right, you flip him to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, not like almost like take him and pin him.
Okay, deal. So we will do our athletics roll off to see if one will be grappled or one will be pinned to the ground.
Woo!
10 from Dinkledink.
A nat 1!
A nat 1! As you rush, dear Potato, towards your supposed stepdad, arms wide open, looking for the embrace and love that you have never had. Dinkledink, you grasp onto his shirt collar and flip him over your shoulder down into the icing yet again as he smothers him in deep into this fondue cake.
Okay.
You are now prone and also grappled.
Is this a hug? Thank
all
you,
right,
Daddy.
with that nat 1 in that attempt, that's going to end your turn. Dinkledink, as you're able to use your reaction to flip him over, it is now your turn. As you've been pinned down in this icing.
I have him by like the collar, not understanding what's going on. I go,
Dinkledink rules ass. Favorite band is Creed. You came at me with arms wide open. Dinkledink rules ass confused.
That you mean you
Sorry.
love me too?
I will turn your skull into a nice base for my succulents.
and I will pull the axe up. And I'll come down my battle axe.
All right. Roll it up.
Or Great Axe.
Great X, yeah. Oof. 12, I believe, is gonna miss. Yeah.
Even if he's prone and everything?
Well, okay, he's prone. You have advantage. Sorry.
Okay.
Roll advantage on that.
Do it again. Do it again.
22 will hit. 12 points of slashing damage coming in.
I need a stepdaddy. I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
Did I do something wrong, Dad?
Oh, this is confusing. I feel so weird.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. All
I'm at a
right.
disappointment already.
Okay. All right. Well. Yeah. All right.
This blossoming familial bond that begins to appear is very strange and unusual. Dear Arbiter, are they connected in any way? Do you?
I don't.
I know you found them in line together.
Listen. It was strange. I was there. I knew I had to find some contestants for the death match. These were the only 2 grown men in line to see Santa. So it seemed like a no-brainer.
I mean, you're including yourself, right?
Well,
So they
right,
were
but I
only-
was there for ironic reasons. Because it's ironic. I didn't, I wasn't really like wanting to sit. It was more of like, hey, I'm gonna go sit on Santa's lap because it's funny.
Sure.
You fought Dinkledink roll his ass over the lap.
Dingle, you're busy. Shouldn't you? You should. Don't you have a second attack?
Yeah, I was gonna. Like in A Christmas Story, I'm gonna use my foot to push potato off the cake. Oh, oh, oh. Because you're making me feel awkward, kid.
All right, roll
always be pushed away.
the hit that unarmed strike with advantage.
Just roll him off the fondue cake.
Oh, you do not connect. You stomp your foot down to hit him, but
Daddy, no.
Okay.
it just gets stuck in the icing as he kind of like shifts and squirms away. Like your foot just gets stuck now in this chocolate.
Ah. Dinkledink rolls ass. Oh. This rage has turned into awkwardness. God.
Conflicting feelings, nonetheless. Decide. You've proposed becoming his, well, some relation to his mother.
That is true. He did offer to wine and dine his mother. I could see where he'd be confused about the situation.
Yes. And I'm just saying, clearly they have some things to figure out. But while they figure this out, in the meantime, we will begin our next chaotic event. Lest I'm assuming Dinkledink doesn't want to move from the situation, or perhaps he does. Dinkledink, do your feet leave this spot?
Are my feet like stuck?
No, you can move.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of. I'm not gonna leave the spot, but I'm so agitated. I'm just gonna scurry around, going. I'm just scurrying around that spot, really not leaving. Just kind of conflicted.
All right, end of round 2. Grandmaster, here's my roll coming in. It's a 2.
No, a 2 is horrendous, is not enough. Doug will also roll 1. No, you don't get to roll twice. Your second one
I
does
just
not
wanted
count.
to see what would happen.
Yeah, well, it was a disappointment. Doug rolls a 12.
Well, Doug can suck it.
Well, you can suck, Doug. Nope, I'm gonna stop.
I'm sorry, what?
No, Doug rolled higher is the point I'm
you
trying
wanna
to make.
finish that statement?
No, I don't. It turns out I do not.
What?
Never mind. Dear Arbiter, though, I will take that 19 for our chaos event, as the Acolytes have summoned our third one nonetheless. So, a 19 on our chaos list is something truly wonderful. Suddenly, from high up above, a shiny thing comes into play. Quite shiny indeed. And It glimmers and catches both of your eyes as it lowers itself closer to the table. Go ahead and give me a perception check from both of you. Dinkledink, too concerned with his conflicting emotions and trying to sort them through. Potato, you lying on your back can notice straight up that this is a giant magnet, and it begins to whir and hum. It is beginning to charge up. This magnet will begin to suck things up after round 1. Anything and all that is metal. You are the only one who sees this. At the start of the next round, that magnet will begin to pull all that is attracted to it high into the sky. If you go with it, well, I guess it depends on how well you hold on to your items. Excellent, excellent. Arbiter!
Yes,
I like the
Grandmaster.
giant magnet. It's quite nice, isn't it?
Well, I had my doubts at first when you wanted and you said, "Hey, I want to install a giant magnet in the arena." I thought, what would we ever use it for? But I'm happy to be wrong.
Right? The giant magnet, it just
It's
it
kind
lowers
of cool.
It is kind of cool. And the humming sound it makes.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's what magnets sound make.
I was skeptical at first, but you've such is your greatness that you make the impossible possible.
Exactly. So this magnet will begin humming and loudly whirring above you. Be warned, dear champion. Something great is coming your way. Well, great for the acolytes, not for you. We will begin our next round.
All right, round 3. Potato. It is your move. You are laying still in this chocolate again. It's going to take half your movement to stand up out of it.
So, I know the magnet thing's gonna start pulling.
You do see that, and it looks like a giant magnet to you. So, yep, you would. You know it. Dinkledink does not.
I mean, do we need to have you roll a nature check? Have you encountered?
Yeah. Do you know what a magnet is?
You don't know what a hug is, or your mom,
that's a great point.
or a present. Do you? Oh my gosh! You rolled a 0.
You roll a nat 1.
You rolled a nat 1, which you have a -1. You get a 0. You have no idea what a magnet is. You look in the sky and you go, "Ooh, shiny," and that's it. That's all you have a 0. You got a 0.
I was gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, but the dice, on the other hand, tell us a very different story that you are not familiar with magnets.
There's something up there. It's doing this.
All right, your turn to act.
I'm sorry, but they said they'll give me something. While I'm laying down, I'd like to pull out my sword and I thrust it upwards. I'm sorry, Dad. I want something. I want something of my own. As I attack with my longsword while laying prone.
Okay, attacking with the long sword out of the frosting. Does a 13 hit Dinkledink?
Ow!
Does not hit.
Kind of struggle pulling it out of the frosting. I use my next attack to swing again.
All right.
While laying on the ground.
Second attack coming through. 26 is gonna land.
Because I'm crying. I'm sorry, Dad.
Four. 11 damage, or is this a one-handed attack?
One-handed.
One-handed. 7 points of slashing damage. It'll be 4 with your resistance. As you swing up and hit him with that sword, but it doesn't quite impact him as much as you might think a sword hitting someone on the side would do.
And as my second swing goes, I kind of lean backwards and try to slowly push myself to fall down the edge of the cake.
Okay, make me a dexterity saving throw as you put yourself off of this 10-foot ledge, laying prone, so not in a great position to catch yourself. Okay, you'll take half damage as you fall down 10 feet. You'll take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you land on your back on the table, still prone.
Attack opportunity.
Yes. As you do that, he will get an attack of opportunity, and he is prone, so you have advantage.
As he goes by, I was like,
I could have gave you a family.
and,
A 20 will just hit. That is a glancing blow, half damage.
I'll do my advantage.
Oh, your advantage, cool.
Oh,
And that one
Keep the
is
advantage.
negated.
Can I pitch in? I don't have my shield equipped. I don't know what you're with, so it's 18, not 20. So it does hit.
Oh, okay, then that will hit, yeah. So if you don't have your shield on right now, 18, it's a hit. That'll be full damage, 10 slashing damage. As you take that hit and then fall to the ground, prone on the table. Anything else for your turn, Potato?
I'm sorry, man. And
Potato,
I'm gonna.
speak up if you want your words to be heard.
I'm gonna use my second wind and heal myself.
All right. Second wind, how much? 16.
As I'm falling down here.
All right. All right. As you heal yourself that second wind for 16 points of health. Looking not too bad as you hit the ground. All right. Anything else for your turn?
That is it.
All right. As he falls to the ground, Dingle-Dink, you take a swipe at him, you connect. But now it is your turn. He's laying 10 feet below you, prone.
You just kept let Dingle-Dink rules ass. And then you attack him.
with that, I go
He
into
said they'd give me something.
No concern, the Dingle-Dink rules ass now.
I will jump in the air, and I will come down with my great axe right on top of a potato who's laying prone.
All right, you're jumping off this thing. Add an extra d6 of damage on there as you get the force of that fall.
Gravity
If you hit.
damage.
If you hit.
All right. You said extra d6?
Yeah, if you hit.
Okay. Do I get, if he's prone, do I get advantage again?
Yes.
You might need it.
Yep.
A 10 will not hit. Oh, but a 26 will.
26 will do it.
It's 21.
Oh,
I get 2 attacks per action anymore, and I have not been doing that.
Yep.
And then I will roll again.
So 21 points of damage as he jumps down with his great axe. And you don't have your shield up anymore? All right,
No.
so 20 will hit for full damage. All right, and that is 11 more points of slashing damage. You were looking okay before. Now you are officially looking bloodied.
Why, Dad?
Daddy Dingle-Dink rules ass has to teach baby Dingle-Dink the lesson. And you don't rule ass, so you don't get that moniker. I'm making my mission to find your mother. Take her to said fancy dinner of fed fish. I will never call her again. So I swear it.
Why wouldn't you call her again? Can you at least
No.
give me her number so I can find
You'll
her?
be dead. Don't. That's the chain of events. Go. Dinkledink rolls ass kills you. Dinkledink rolls ass finds your mother, takes her to fried fish dinner, treats her very lovely, never calls her again. What don't you understand? No wonder your mother left you. You are annoying. Ah. Yes.
Okay.
You frustrate me.
Dinkledink, you will roll a persuasive damage, or not persuasive, roll. And Potato, let's have you roll insight to see if you believe him. Higher one wins.
Oh, nat 1 for Dinkledink.
Potato, a 17 is higher than a 0, since Dinkledink has a -1 to his persuasion. So that
You
nat
will call
1,
my mom again. I knew it.
you feel invigorated all of a sudden, Potato. Your mother, yet you have met her, will not be taken away from you. Now you know, thanks to Dinkledink, that she exists out there somewhere. You have hope because of this, and you now feel the need to protect her from this fish fried dinner that Dinkledink attempts to take her to. Also, that's not a fancy dinner.
You don't know anything. It's real fancy.
No, there is no fancy dinner, and you can't. If you were frying fish, that is not a fancy dinner.
Well, Arbiter doesn't treat you right. I don't know what to say. Dinkledink rolls ass treats all that fancy ladies with fancy fried fish.
Okay,
It's alliteration. Fancy fried fish and
We're-
work. See,
we're not-
very well.
We're not together. We're not.
You bicker like married couple. I don't know.
Well, no. Like this is my boss. I could.
please
now,
don't insult me in
There
such
are
a way.
There are laws about that kind of thing.
You're married to your work, okay? See.
Purely business relationship.
In
Okay, yeah.
this relationship, you do not take me to a. It does not exist just because it's an alliteration. A fancy fried fish. This is.
All right, well, your logic's flawed. Dinkledink rolls ass doesn't argue with people who doesn't know logic. It's okay.
I mean, I have to be honest. If someone took me to a fried fish dinner, I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. Wouldn't be the worst place to catch a meal for a date.
All right,
You should give the
Dinkledink.
Arbiter a raise.
He does not get a raise for liking
You
your
know-
food, but
you know
if
what?
you
I like you.
succeed, the Arbiter will take you out on a date to a fancy fried
Oh.
fish.
I don't see why not.
We'll see who doesn't call who afterwards.
Oh, well, we'll see. Dinkledink rolls ass is excellent at dinner company.
I can imagine so far you've been delightful.
Thank you. You as well.
Enough! We'll do another round and then I need my own snack break.
16 for my roll, Grandmaster.
16, noted. Continue!
All right, round 4, Potato. You better show us what you've got. So far, you're bleeding out into our cake, and that is very rude at a feast. It's considered very rude to bleed into someone's cake.
I've never been to a feast. I haven't been invited.
Do you want that present or not?
Yes.
Then kill him. Sorry, Dinkledink. I have to.
I
have to be
I want to
fair.
meet my mom too.
Do it.
Gonna use my bonus action and load my rifle
Okay.
and I'm sorry, Dad. Point blank, point my rifle right at his head. And I'm gonna take a shot.
The overbite, underbite gives you a good target as that 24 will hit. The overbite,
Mama, I'm
underbite
coming.
is hard to miss. Continue.
And 12 piercing damage. Although Dinkledink, that hits you in the head, you're still raging as it kind of like bounces off.
Teeth.
In the teeth.
It does give you a nice broken tooth now, and you definitely have a toothache as you take that 12 piercing damage. And I will say, you have to be careful. Your tooth is now broken and sharp. Should you close your jaw too fast, it may do more damage to you. Depending on, I guess, how it hits.
All right, first first shot in there.
And then I'd like to use the rest of, I guess, my second attack to actually just raise my shield and pray. Tiamat, bless me. Empower me. I want to see my mother. As I just hold my shield high. And that will be my action.
Give me a religion roll.
Do I have to?
You can do religion or persuasion. It was a nice one. I'm gonna give you advantage because that one was awful. if you want a 7.
Okay.
Your words are heard. You do not know if the effect is there yet. Perhaps some more encouragement is needed. Your words are there, but you might have to push further. Potato, I see great growth in you, but you have more to go. This fight, I want you to lead into it. Find yourself and dig deep. Your mother is out there. May you find that strength. Keep at it. Many eyes are watching you. We will continue the round.
All right, as you lay there praying to your god, unsure if he's heard you, you pull that shield up in front of your face for a little bit of extra protection as Dink readies to attack.
Your god is Dink rules ass.
I'm gonna use my hero point to kick the shield out of his hand. Like, just fucking Spartacus kick it. Like, try to kick it into the crack.
Okay, with the hero point, I'll give you a free action to try to kick that roll to hit.
Do you just want, like, a basic roll?
It'll roll. We're gonna roll your hit versus his strength.
Like an arm strike? Or
No, roll your great axe.
it's the same.
Okay, yeah. Okay, 23. You have a chance to hang on to this sword with a strength save. Oh, you have to beat a 23. Sorry, the shield. Yeah. Potato. Roll me that strength save.
No.
1 sec. A 9. A 9 does not beat a 23 according to the rules of math. And so you will, Dink, be able to kick that shield out of his hand, and that shield goes skittering about 15 feet up here somewhere. Actually, you know what? It's going to skitter over right next to the crack and be teetering on the edge of this crack. So that shield now finds itself on the floor there, and Dink, that was your hero point, so you still have your entire action.
Oh, me and your mother. Such fancy fish dinner. Catfish. And ketchup. No tartar sauce.
And I come down with my axe.
Okay. Roll
The
the
first one.
natural 20.
Oh! Oh, and then when I crit with anything that slashes, I grievously wound it. You get disadvantage on your all your attack rolls until the start of my next turn. So that sucks.
Okay.
That's a nice summary there. So that sucks.
Yeah. That's 10 points. Sorry.
Let's see. So how much was it for the crit? It's
10 total.
max plus your roll.
Yeah, it was just I only rolled 5, so it's 10.
Oh, well then you got real lucky on that crit.
Yeah.
All right, you take that crit. As you
Next one.
20 will hit for 11 more points of slashing damage. You are.
Oh. And your speed's reduced by 10 feet.
Oh yes, he was very busy running away.
He's been prone the entire time. All right, you come in with those 2 great axe hits, and just after you kick that shield, you just bash him with the great axe, and it, even though it's critical, it can't quite seal a deal. But he's looking very bloodied here, laying on the ground at the end of the round 4.
Drop down. Potato, Dinkle's ass doesn't want to do this. But I was promised candy canes. And now fancy fish dinner.
But I was gonna get a present.
Yo. Nope.
Please?
Nope. So I'm taking it.
There will be no presents yet, as no one has fallen, but I'd like some presents of my own. And that magnet, now fully charged, whirs away, and any weapons made of metal or shield with metal components on it, your belt buckles, anything of jewelry, begins to be drawn upwards with great strength. You can either let it go, or you can try to make a strength saving throw to hold on to it. Armor included. Anything you wear or have that is metal, coins in your pocket begin to rattle and get drawn towards it. Necklaces and chains that adorn you get pulled upward. Choose what it is that you will hold on to. You only have 2 hands. And this magnet is strong. First, you, Potato. What will you do in response? You will get 1 response to this.
Do I get to pick 2 things I can try to?
You have 2 working hands, so you may. But they will have to be 2 high strength rolls to hold on to each. Lest you also get pulled along with them. If you fail 1, you will get pulled up.
All right.
I want to try to hold on to one of my weapons.
Which weapon would you like to hold on to?
It's gonna be my double-bladed scimitar.
All right. You will give me a strength saving throw, or you will get pulled up into this magnet 20 feet in the sky. A 25 will save. This DC is 18. Dinkledink rules ass. What do you hold on to, if anything at all?
I think I'm right there with him. I don't know what the hell's going on.
You don't.
You know that everything metal on you is getting pulled up.
You feel it shake and rattle as its vibrations start to pool. These track marks of chocolate on the ground notice below you that are suddenly more clear as your feet get pulled back from it, not of your own doing. You are being pulled up toward this magnet. You may either quickly undress and take your armor off. I don't know if you have armor on, but or rip all that else off. Or you can try to make your strength saving throw. You have 2 hands, so I will allow you to save up to 2 things.
Yep, I'll just try to save my my great axe.
All right.
Okay.
You will save it.
Woo!
At 20 coming in, you hold on with 1 grip, and it begins to shake and slide. You put your other hand onto it, focusing on just keeping this one thing with you. And so you do. Both of you, armor flying off, jewelry gone, ear piercings, I don't know, nose piercings, belly piercings, what do y'all got?
You don't want to know?
Everything you have gets, everything that's magnetic and metal, it's pulled out to the magnet. So your rifle, Potato, goes up. Your hand axes go up. any, your belts rip off, whatever you've got that's slightly metal just gets ripped to the sky, and each of you able to hold on to your hand axe and you to a double-bladed scimitar, now standing in front of each other as this magnet has lifted you up to your feet, Potato, as you tried to fight back the pull of the magnetic.
I love it when a chaotic event comes together. Arbiter, give me a roll from you, lest I need Doug instead.
A 9, Grandmaster.
Oddly enough, a 9 will be enough. But to prepare such things and to summon such destruction, we'll take a small break first. Is that doable?
I think that a break would be the thing I need to get everything in order for the second half.
Perfect. With that, dear acolytes, I see you inching towards the next chaotic event. Do not give up. We will see you all after the break.
See you in 10 minutes.
Dexterity saving throw. 14.
That's a nat 20! Oh, shit!
I feel like you were really trying to hurt me there. Got a finale of sorts, something I've been working on for quite a while. Cone of Cold. You need to make a con save of 16.
Okay, let's see.
It's a nat 20!
Nat 20! What the heck?
Slugfest!
Unreal. Unreal.
Let's go! Back to back 20s!
This is hilarious.
Far beyond the comforts of home, past the dimly lit taverns, the gently swaying fields, the tallest snow-clad mountain peaks, and above even the golden horizon itself, lies a dark void outside of all space and time. If you're lucky, the dread fortress will call to you, drawing you out of the darkness and into the halls of the Grand Master, Elucia Skypiercer. Though retired from battle, the Grand Master yearns for the days of glory and bloodshed. She has tasked the Arbiter, her servant in all things, to curate a spectacle, a series of games to commemorate her greatness and provide a momentary respite from the dull droning of boredom. Heroes, villains, monsters, and beasts of all shapes and sizes are ripped from time and their plane of existence to fight for survival in her arena. You, Acolyte, are called to bear witness to D20 Deathmatch.
I'm just gonna be shaking my head. I'm gonna look up at the Grandmaster and the Arbiter and the Cube. I'm gonna take an unarmed attack, but I'm gonna kick her like hard. At 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I go down.
Viago, finding a moment, sidestepping his opponent, going right out of view. A mere simple kick is all it took.
Ooh. Nice dice, Dice Daddy. Good roll, Dice Daddy. That's it, Dice Daddy. Don't be shy. Get in there. Ooh. Thanks, Dice Daddy. Dice Daddy.
As you take a small step, gives a small bounce. The ground has now become your own bouncy castle. Your movement is halved. Your jumping capability is doubled, and attacks have disadvantage.
All right, welcome back to D20 Deathmatch. Welcome back after the break. Good to see you again, Acolytes. The Chaos Bar is filling, and chaos is afoot on this festive table as our champions lay at the foot of a strawberry cake covered in fondue cheese and chocolate, bleeding
but
out.
Arbiter, I have to say, while they're here on this broken table close to the edge of that crack, you have rolled high enough to trigger your own Arbiter event.
And I have something special prepared, Grandmaster. For this table does not come without someone to eat the feast. As the Arbiter then claps his hands and summons a giant who comes down and sits down on the chair at this table and just starts shoveling food into his mouth, just devouring everything, just shoveling it all two-fisted into his mouth, and he's just slobber everywhere. You guys need to make a dexterity saving throw to try to avoid these hands.
An 8 from Dinkledink. And a 15 from Potato. Oh goodness.
You both will fail as you are scooped in with the food, with the cake, and shoveled into this giant's mouth. You now find yourself inside the mouth of a giant. It's wet and foggy, and there's clear mist, and it's very it's almost like a humid day, but you can the hot stink and the breath coming up from his mouth as you are in his mouth, and all along the ground and the tongue now, which is a little damp to your walking, is are shards of candy cane, chunks of cake, chocolate sauce, melted ice cream. Everything that was now on the table is now pooled here in the bottom of this giant's mouth as you guys are now standing on the tongue across from each other. The ground is a little bit shaky as you're now surrounded by this munched on food inside of the mouth of a giant. All right. I need you both to re-roll initiative.
It seems this is almost not enough for them. Perhaps at the end of this round we will trigger our 4th chaotic event of the evening.
Well, the acolytes are certainly busy tonight.
Yes.
All right, very well. As you find yourself now in the mouth of this giant, surrounded by all of this food and disgusting hot breath, the order does not change.
Amen.
It is now your turn, Potato.
Please. Damn it, I wanna meet my family. Dinkle, don't let me die like this. I don't want to die alone. As I give up one more prayer to Tiamat, asking for power and favor. Oh, bless me. Grant me this wish. Give me the courage.
Very good.
And I just used my turn to just put everything I have into this prayer to see what blessings I can receive, that all I've done for Tiamat, that she could recognize it.
Yes. Keep begging. Ask, what is it that you want from your god? What is it that you want from this?
I want power. Power enough to live power to stand on my own 2 feet. Power to get out of this hell I'm in.
Dink. You stand before another champion who you have beaten and broken down to the ground. And here they are with prayers. Do you find them worthy to accept such power from their god? Would you see him stand on his own 2 feet?
Potato?
Yes. Dad?
You confused Dinkleding's ass. You like fried fish?
I've never had fish.
Would you try it?
Anything for you, Dad.
Alright. Well. Give Papa Dinkleding's ass a hug?
Yes?
Yeah?
Yes?
Yeah, why not? Shit.
Stand. Find yourself no longer at the feet of your enemy, but in the arms of your father. Dig deep and find this transformation within yourself.
I'll cradle him like a baby.
Dinkledink, Rosas has you. Oh. What the fuck is going on, Potato? What?
Giving me new life, Dad.
What the fuck?
So your eyes are really different. They're really messing with me, man.
Yeah. What's wrong, Dad?
Nope.
You don't love me.
Yep. Pop.
You don't love who we are now.
Yeah. Yeah, just Dinkledink Rose ass. Just put your tone that smile down just about 15%. Hey,
That's better.
yeah. We're good. Yep.
All right, Potato. It is now your turn. As
Your
you-
rebirth has happened. Arbiter, don't rush this moment. He has been born anew. Are you still who we think you are, Potato?
Are you referring to me now?
Huh?
Who's this potato?
Well, this just got very interesting.
I'm gonna
Are you
set him down. Just. Yep. You're on your own 2 feet now, kid.
Well, if you're not Potato, then who the hell are you?
I was named by Tiamat. I was given the name of Starfall.
Starfall.
I like it.
little dramatic, but it's not the most dramatic thing we've had in the arena.
Tiamat gives her blessing to you and your newfound father. Both of you now find yourselves revitalized in the strength of finding each other. Dinkledink, you now have a new responsibility on your hand to now raise young Starfall in his strength and power and guidance. To do so, this god will give you both full strength.
No take backs, huh?
Nah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Yes,
Start.
Father. Yes,
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, Starfall. Dinkledink rolls asses. And Starfall scares ass. Cool. Alright, well, fried fish. That's,
Oh, we will eat all the fish.
yeah.
We shall feast on the corpses of our enemies.
It's
We
funny
shall.
that you say that, actually, on feasting on the corpse of your enemies. Am I counting, dear Arbiter, our number of chaotic events correctly?
Grandmaster, this has gotten really weird, and honestly, I kind of lost track myself. So I don't think the acolytes would mind if we just threw one in.
I think it's worthy. I think it's truly worthy. They love the food, and you are not alone here in this. And suddenly, in the side of this mouth of the giant, this leftover food, these crumbs, begin to pull itself together and form something quite unusual and very liquid in shape as it forms and grows itself larger and larger. Pulling from the food and saliva around it, it begins to harden and solidify. Sprinkles dash all around it. Small cherries now give it its eyes. You now are fighting a cake elemental. Let us see if your bond is strong enough to beat such a beast. Only together will you survive this giant's mouth.
What is this joke?
As your prayer to Tiamat and your new father-son bond, it invigorates you both to full health. You now stare down the mouth of this cake elemental with swirling bits of cake, of candy canes, of gumdrops, of chocolate sauce, all kind of mixed in there. And yes, for the record, it's strawberry.
Strawberry fondue.
Shit.
All right, so this cake elemental will go into the initiative. And let me figure out where that's at.
Always hated desserts.
I can tell.
With a 14, this cake elemental will go after you, Dinkledink. All right, you are the first to act now, Starfall.
Dad,
Yeah, that's me.
what shall we do? How should we take this amusing creature on?
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Kill it. Yep. You still got
Shall
your
we
guns?
charge in?
We can. Yep.
Yes.
Why don't you, let's just kill it. However you want to do it.
I dash forward. I move my 30 feet.
Okay. Move your 30 feet. Make an attack.
Oh no, attacks aren't quite yet. Oh, Tiamat. Channel my vow of enmity. And I choose this pathetic cake creature for the next minute, or until it dies. I get advantage on all attack rolls.
Okay, you get advantage on the cake monster.
Yes.
Perfect.
As I pull out my double-bladed scimitar. I swing
12
at its
will
front
hit.
leg. Still trying to gain my footing in this weird mouth that we're in. Swing once again. There we are. Yes.
All right, 10 points of slashing damage coming in. As you ding at this elemental with your double-bladed scimitar, it does not seem to do quite as much damage as you think it would.
You slice into that fondue, and it quickly grows back, drawing amongst the very large piles of food in this giant's mouth. Swallow your food, people.
All right. Hitting with the double-bladed scimitar. Anything else for your turn?
That will be my turn.
All right, Dink, you're up, and then the cake elemental.
Am I still raging? Or did my rage go off?
I'm gonna say your rage has probably subsided. You spent a good minute there, chatting with each other, praying to Tiamat, having a father-son bonding moment.
Should they?
You, Matt, shall empower you, Father. It empowered me.
Okay, cool, damn it. They're going to a
Yes.
rage battle. What the fuck did I get myself into? Oh, fuck.
Did I? And
Rage.
Use our bond.
Yeah, but Rage Dinkledink Rose asses. That's my thing.
and I'll go in. And I'll go in. I'll actually go into a frenzied rage.
Okay.
And it just means I get 3 attacks now.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it. Do it.
Yes, Father.
Do it.
With Tiamat, I just hacking and slashing. Next one, 11, I'm sure doesn't hit.
11 does not hit. 18 will hit.
Okay, and the third one,
That'll hit.
all right.
17. Nice.
So total of 20 points of slashing damage total. I don't know if it matters, but yeah, it's speed's reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
Yes.
Purple bait, Papa Dinkledink Rose has
Yes.
Anything else for your turn, Dink?
Nope.
Okay. As you swipe into this cake elemental again, you also see it reforming and pulling more moist, wet cake and syrup and all sorts of nasty shit from
Very
this
smart.
mouth, and it coagulating itself in here with the saliva as it goes to attack both of you. It is going to use its fondue wave attack. Each of you have to make a Constitution saving throw. We're looking for a 15. You both just save. As
You're
this
no sweets.
fondue comes in, you will take both half damage. You will take 10 points of damage as this fondue comes in, and it's hot and boiling, and it will kind of boil on your skin and cause some blistering. It will then take its multi-attack slam. As it slams down on you, as it raises its fists, it makes 2 candy cane fists as the candy canes kind of come together and will slam down, 1 on each of you. Let's see, to hit. That's a 28 to hit. That's going to hit both of you. For Dink, you will take... 1 second.
It just lets out a mighty roar. Candy cane smash!
Dink, you will take 19 points of bludgeoning damage. And Starfall, you will take... add 1 to this. 17 points of bludgeoning damage. As this slams down on top of you as well. All right, and this cake elemental is actually, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it for the cake elemental. End of the round. Starting a new round, Grandmaster. All right.
You know, I need a roll from you. Do I need to prompt you every single time? Goodness, do you need help?
Apologies. 18.
Noted. Goodness, I must hold your hand through this entire thing. Starfall!
Yes.
Dinkledink.
Get my father's name correct.
Listen, you just met him. I bet you could barely get his name correctly either. So, I want you to fight fierce. If you two are such a duo, you need to fight like you never have before. Show me that you have what it takes. Let us begin our next round.
At the top of that round, this cake elemental will take a lair action as it sucks in more and more cake, and it will begin to move on top of you or kind of into your space. I'll leave it there for now. It'll start to move in, and it will try to make you one with the cake. It will try to bake you inside of this convection that it is creating inside of this mouth. You will both need to first make a dexterity saving throw.
Time to make a cake. Ooh.
All right, you will both save as he pulls you closer. Can't quite pull you all the way in, but he does kind of start to eat around your feet. You both need to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, Potato, you're going to take full damage. Dink, you will take half damage.
For that 15 and 21 respectively.
24 points to you, Potato. 12 to you, Dink, as this cake, and it starts to really the daggers almost like cut into your ankles from this pieces of candy cane that are just slicing your legs up as it tries to pull you in using its lair action. All right, it is now your turn, Starfall.
You're trying to eat me. Oh, what a joke. How ironic. Use my bonus action. Tiamat, let us smite this thing. As I cast Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
And instead of using my sword, my scimitar, I'm gonna use Wrathful Smite as I bite into this thing. As I show it, I am the one who will be devouring you.
Okay.
That's fucking weird, man. Alright. Let's get fucking nuts.
I have to make a wisdom save, correct?
That is if I hit.
That's if you
then
hit,
it
okay.
takes, yes. Or wait, no, sorry. Wrathful Smite. Yeah, it has to hit first.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So, an unarmed strike. as I bite into this disgustingly sweet monster.
Okay, 19 will hit.
Eat it, eat it, eat
Yes.
it, eat it. It's a food eating competition now.
You're gonna spoil your dinner. We still got fried fish to eat.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. I gotta make a wisdom save.
That is correct.
It is a 2.
That fails.
Okay.
Now, and
1 psychic damage.
it is now frightened against me, by the way. It fears my hunger for it.
It is immune to being feared. Frightened. Because it is a cake monster.
It does not have a brain,
It doesn't have emotions.
Damn.
but you do chomp away at it, and it does not seem to be growing back at this point.
Eating it did seem to have a substantial effect on it.
As I don't care. I go in, I take another bite, just further and further,
Okay.
trying to now aim at its leg to eat off its leg.
Go big or go home.
Yes.
18. All right, that'll hit.
Perfect.
All right, another 4 points of damage. Sorry. And another. I have to make another wisdom.
Yeah, it's just to be frightened again. So
Okay.
May I remind our dear champions, you have hero points. Do you dare waste them as you fight this beast?
Well, one of them has a hero point. All right.
why would I waste a hero point on this joke of a monster?
Anything else for your turn?
Did it? You add the 4 psychic damage from my
I did.
additional bite. All right.
Yep.
As I bite in, it says, "Father, join me. We shall devour this monster together." Bite by bite. Yes.
Yeah, you're really creeping me out, kid. All right.
All right.
That will be my turn.
Dinkledink, it is your turn as you have taken some damage from this cake elemental. You see your son now trying to eat this thing to death and being creepy. So what do you do?
Do I notice the effects of him going Kobayashi on this thing?
Roll a perception.
No, that's not gonna fucking matter.
Not with that attitude. Come on, buddy. Okay,
Called it.
no, it doesn't.
You're just so taken aback by the whole demeanor change and like that you don't really notice that the eating thing is like doing it, but you have at it.
Dinkledink Rose ass is gonna really lead into the father-son bonding.
Yes.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna take a. I'm assuming he's biting at his feet. I'm gonna run, jump, plant one foot on his back, and jump onto the top of the creature. Just since I'm frenzy attacking, just take 3 like huge bites.
Okay.
Just gnashing my over and under bite at this creature.
Okay, do it.
Are these unarmed strikes? I'm guessing.
Go ahead and roll with your great axe. Just
You did
flavor it.
manage to save it.
May I use my reaction to try to push up on my back to propel my father further,
Oh yeah, you don't even have to use a reaction.
Yes.
You can totally do that. These will all hit.
as we have that family bond.
Yeah.
I know what he's doing.
Because you're giving him that extra push, you, Dinkledink, will get an extra d6 of damage as that propels your movement even faster as you speed rocket towards him. Into the cake!
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah,
just-
roll your great axe damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is all 3 of them hit, and I'll do 4. that's 10. 20? Jesus Christ. That is 34 points of damage. And he's,
Yes.
Okay. You notice that your attacks as you bite into this ferociously coming down from the top, you've done significant damage to this thing, and it is looking very rough.
My son, make me proud.
Yes, Father.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Let me follow in your footsteps.
let's see here. I get a bonus action as up top. As part of my race, I'm gonna use the. I'm gonna beg. I'm gonna.
Please, damn it! Please see us out of here so that we can find Starfall's mother, please! Please!
And that's that is the grovel, cower, and beg, and that will until the end of my next turn will give my allies advantage on their next attacks.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
I just want to get away from this kid!
End of your turn, that cake elemental will look to make another attack and pull together its fondue attack, but we'll make 2 slams again, coming down. This time it's going to you're on top of it, so it's going to be slamming both of these down on your son, who's at his feet. Let me see. With these 2 slams, I gotta remember what it is. First slam coming in. It is a natural 20. Second slam will be a 16, which will miss. But the natural 20 coming down hard. That is going to be 30 points plus the roll.
May I use my hero point to bolster myself?
What would you like to try to do?
And as it slams down, can't you just... Yes. Brace myself and more so go into it so the slam doesn't... He more so hits the ground as I'm going to... pushing myself further into the beast. So it can't necessarily slam down on me as I am now inside of it.
Okay, I will, I'll let you use your hero point to kind of find your way inside there. I will negate some of this damage. Let me just take off some of the modifiers. We'll just roll the straight dice. So this will be the roll plus 24 instead. So that is 45 points of damage, negating some of that damage as you're able to put yourself into it, but coming in still hot with that natural 20, it is gonna slam down on you as I believe you go unconscious. Dinkledink. You look around now, you're jumping down on this cake, but you hear this commotion happening as this slam happens and pieces of peppermint fly everywhere. And your son is now laying lifeless, being swallowed up by all of this cake and goo.
And I just go into I don't have anything for it, but a emotional rage akin to that of watching Ready Player One versus having read the book and hating that movie.
Wow, you're really serious about this.
Yeah, I really hated that movie versus the book. The book was so good, the movie was so
All right, make your
horrible.
attacks with your rage.
And I get 3.
Okay, that'll hit.
Oh, only 1 hit. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to. I'm on top, and with the one that hits, I'm gonna try to pull down, try to jump, but I'm bind down, like take my weight, pull it backwards to try to pull, almost like take and pull it this way, away from Starfall.
You are able to bite into this thing and wrestle it down to the ground because you have just barely killed it. As you take this thing down, you bite into it, you rip it apart. It starts to break apart at the seams, becoming more just a mush of food. Now you realize you're eating once chewed food already. As you look over, this thing just kind of plops into a pile, and all you can see is your son now laying on the ground, dead. But you are still standing, presumably the victor.
Oh, what are they? Stop out Dinkledink was ass. You. Shakes him. Wake up. We have fried fish. Your mother. Pick him up.
I'll look up towards the Arbiter.
We took a picture with you. You did this to us.
The Arbiter would just he will look down at you and really just what else did you think you were here for but to die?
The emotions.
I just start taking my axe and just chopping at the tongue of this giant.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll with your great axe. Okay. Then second here. that giant, as you hit it with your axe, is going to spew you out of his mouth. And you will fall 30 feet from his mouth onto this table. In your rage, taking 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall, unable to negate that damage. Your son, as he lands, his body will be mangled and crumpled up and all of his bones broken. And you look down and realize that you did this.
I'm gonna start. Get cake. Put it in his mouth.
Magic cake.
You're shoving cake in his mouth.
I'll run to every piece of food, just try to.
Something's magic. It'll save him.
As you just start shoving pieces of candy and cake in his mouth. It's like taxidermy almost, as you're just packing his mouth full, but he is not reviving.
As you're shoving this cake in my mouth, you feel this connection, this bond that we had, and you feel some of my politic powers flow into you. So you feel the power of Tiamat come through, blessing you with my spell of ceremony to lay me to rest. Tiamat gives me one final little breath of life to look up. Father, as the breath leaves my chest.
The Grand Master will gently float down next to Dinkledink. It was only a mere few rounds where you found fatherhood, but you should be proud of the son that now lays in your hands. Please, lay him to rest. And you can choose to bury him in the cake if you like.
I want to drag him over to this like part where there's like the whatever that placemat.
Okay, yeah.
We'll kind of just push him under there.
You push him under the placemat?
I'm gonna grab like the star cookie, since he, and put on top of it. That's his name, Starfall. And I will use the ritual spell that he bequeathed me, and I will as best as Dinkledink rules ass can say, he'll
Tiamat, this is Dinkledink rules ass, and this is my son Starfall. I think you guys knew each other, and he was great. I mean, I only knew him for like, I don't know, an hour, two, I don't know. Time's funny, but we were going to be a team, an unstoppable team that competed against other teams. And I'll miss him, and I'll find his mother. And I'll take her out for a fancy fried fish dinner. Treat her real nice. Possibly make more Starfalls. I don't know. We'll see. It's up to her. I won't force anything on her.
Wait, will you call her again?
Yeah, I'll call her again. Yeah. Maybe I'll bring her flowers. I don't know. It's too much forethought for Dinkledink Crow's ass. Who knows? But
Your thoughtfulness is appreciated, and the Grand Master now places 2 heavy hands on your shoulders. Dinkledink, you have reminded us the beauty of the bonds that we hold, no matter where they begin. So much so that it weighs heavy on the Grand Master's heart. In honor of the beauty that you have portrayed tonight, we will take our own reminder this upcoming week to hold on to the bonds that we hold dear and to be thankful for those. So this next Sunday, there will be no D20 Deathmatch. And we will take that time, whether they be family, friend, or foe, that whoever it is that is around us, that strengthens us, that challenges us, that makes us who we are, that we take that time to be grateful for it. It is yet another lesson that we have learned on the battlefield. Thank you to you and Starfall for that tonight. Go ahead and give us that lovely smile one last time. She'll raise your mousy rodent ass up into the sky. And we will celebrate you with a fried fish fry tonight.
yeah!
Woo! Welcome and good night, acolytes. Thank you for coming to D20 Deathmatch!